Evaluation of differential association theory. Major contribution. One of the greatest strengths of differential association theory is that it changed how psychologists and sociologists think about the origins of criminal behavior. Instead of locating the cause purely within the individual, such as personality flaws or moral weakness, the theory highlighted the powerful role of social experience. Sutherland argued that criminal and non-criminal behaviors are learned in similar ways through interactions with others. He also drew attention to crimes carried out by respectable members of society, e.g., fraud, copyright offenses, challenging the idea that crime is restricted to certain groups. This shift had important real-world implications because learning environments can change, whereas genetic factors cannot. Supporting evidence. There is evidence that patterns of offending often run in families. For example, Osborne and West, 1979, found that sons with fathers who had criminal convictions were far more likely to offend themselves by adulthood. Although some of this could be attributed to genetics, other studies highlight the strong influence of peer groups. Akers et al., 1979, reported that peer behavior, reinforcement, and imitation explain significant proportions of drug and alcohol use in adolescents. These findings support the idea that social learning processes, including family and peer influences, contribute to offending. However, the role of genetics cannot be fully separated. Methodological issues. A major limitation is that the evidence underpinning the theory is correlational. We cannot prove that exposure to criminal attitudes causes offending. Offenders may simply seek out others who behave similarly. Additionally, some analysts argue that the theory is too difficult to test because it is impossible to accurately measure which influences outweigh others. This means the theory cannot establish cause and effect, and its scientific validity is limited. Limited explanation. Differential association theory may explain smaller, more common crimes, e.g., theft or burglary, but struggles to account for serious violent offenses, which often involve impulsive actions rather than gradual learning. For instance, violent crimes make up a small proportion of overall offenses, while more routine crimes, like burglary, are far more common. The theory also cannot explain why such a large number of crimes are committed by young offenders. This suggests that differential association provides only a partial explanation for criminal behavior. Lack of biological consideration. Another weakness is that the theory does not include biological factors that may predispose some individuals to risk-taking or aggression. A more balanced approach may combine social learning with biological vulnerabilities, such as early trauma, emotional instability, or inherited impulsivity. Therefore, while useful, the theory is incomplete when used alone. Overall evaluation. Differential association theory made a major contribution by highlighting the role of environment rather than personal pathology. There is supporting evidence for social learning influences, but methodological limitations and the failure to account for biological and impulsive offenses reduce its explanatory power.